Triple the power. Triple the information. Triple the possibilities. Triple the trouble. Triple the truth. Welcome to the Triple Truth ODDcast.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is ODD with the ODDcast. We got special guests in the house that you wouldn't believe. But first and foremost, I want to let you guys know that Hippler Productions is actually sitting right here in my home for this episode because he is traveling. He's traveling the country, filming people for his documentary, his upcoming documentary, The Next Level, which is going to be a very professional.
It's gonna be good shit
when it comes to for flat Earth documentaries. This is going to be the one, you know, that you're going to want to share with people. It's gonna have the credibility, you know. It's, you know how they tried to mess us up with the Netflix what was called Beyond the Curve, Behind the Curve. Yeah. Well, fuck them, you know what I'm saying? Fuck them.
Fuck Netflix, dude.
Yeah, Netflix. Everybody, the whole system is all, anytime you talk flat Earth, if you're a part of anything mainstream, it's always going to be mocking and trying to make flat Earth look stupid. So Hibbler, he took a stand and said, fuck this, I'm making a real, authentic, genuine documentary. But he's in my home. I've never met the dude. He's awesome. Really happy to have you here. This is cool. We have a different setup. So if our voices sound weird and we're screaming because we don't understand if the mic's working correctly, so our bad. But the other thing is, I'm very excited to have Lord Jamar in the house, y'all, man. He, the founding member of Brand Nubian. He discovered Dead Prez. He's been on shows like Sopranos. Very honored to have you here, brother. And his brother Reality is in the house too. This is his actual brother. Yeah. So we got a pretty exciting show. We're just gonna chat as like normal. Everybody here is a flat earther, so we're just going to enjoy the show, guys. Here we go. Episode number 5 of ODDcast.
What's up, David?
Yeah.
And just little on me here on the East Coast.
What's been up, Dave? How's your week, man?
It's good. I've been doing some fun interviews, and I got a good one coming out soon. So just doing my interviews, interview after interview after interview.
Always.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Lord Jamar. Nice to meet you, brother. I've been a fan of your work for quite some time.
Thank you.
What's been up with you, man? How long? I'm not really too familiar. I didn't even find out you were interested in this kind of stuff until last week. So how long have you been supportive of the flat Earth movement and stuff like that?
I'd say it's been about 3 years now.
What woke you up to it? What were you watching? What's videos or got you going?
Well, you know, at some point when flat Earth, I guess, started to get a resurgence, you know, there's a video out there where I was asked about it, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, are we really questioning this? I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, don't ask me no dumb shit like this, you know? And I just fucking brushed it off.
Yeah.
But, you know, the reason why I always, you know, like to bring my baby bro to these conversations is because he's one of the ones that really helped spark my mind towards this.
Good job,
direction.
Thank you.
Right on, reality.
And for those of you that are wondering where you've seen Lord Jamar, he was on the Killer Priest show backing me up with that What can I call him?
Rasul, Mankepra, and
Rasul
Minister.
the Fool is what I like.
Rasul the Fool. There you go. That's the name. I was going to say something else, but
and
I'll go
Minister
with Rasul the Fool.
Fuckface,
Clean.
is another pseudoscientist that likes to come on and just say little catchphrases to pretend that they're smart, but really they're dumb as fucking rocks. Because here's how I got into it. I'm looking into it, trying to disprove it. I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Hello.
So here I am researching it. And I guess as I'm looking into it, my brother's like, yo, there's some things that we might need to look into. And you ever heard of, Brother Sanchez? And you might want to hear what he has to say and blah, 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 blah. So it's like, okay, I'm looking into it. I check out Brother Sanchez at the behest of my brother. And I'm just like, wow. And I'm just going into the science and I'm just thinking about how much stuff we took on face value. Like how we just thought, it was a done deal because they taught us this shit in like third grade. But then I remembered certain things that I remember from being a child that didn't make sense to me, but I just chalked it up as, well, hey, they know better than me, know. And one of the things that I remember seeing as a child was a cartoon animation. I feel like it was Goofy or somebody like that, like a Walt Disney. He's running on a ball, or maybe it was Mickey Mouse or something. He's running on the globe, and like the globe is turning and it's righting itself as he's running. But I'm thinking to myself, that's not really how it would be. Like you don't run on a ball and you just like stay at the top of it as you're running, and then you're doing a balancing act with the ball so that you're always at the top. Like at some point, this motherfucker's gonna run around the ball or be at the bottom of the ball. Like, and that shit didn't make sense. Or when they say you could dig to China and all of this type of shit, just like, huh? And they say when you dig to China, when you come out, you would be upside down. That's what the fuck they told you.
You start off going up, and then at one point you gotta switch and
you just flip. You just flip
right.
upside down,
Like that happened even on some Bugs Bunny commercial, on some Bugs Bunny cartoons. He did some dumb shit like that where he came up on the other side and then it just like flips. None of that shit really made sense even as a child. But it's like there's certain things that you're like, well, they're the scientists. I mean, they studied it. I guess they know. Like, I got other shit to worry about. I'm worried about, can I go outside and play football? So fuck this bullshit. Let me just move on. You know what I mean? And that's what you do.
When I was asked, when I was told about, going through to China, I'm like, I asked my teacher, I said, what happens when you get to the middle? Is everything being pulled towards you? Or are you being pulled towards all of the mass that's around you? And the teacher didn't have an answer. So, the thing I like to ask people,
you should burn the fuck up before you can't get to China. If there's a fucking molten thing of iron
we were pretending
I can't even get through the shit.
We were pretending there wasn't a molten core. But the question I asked these globe defenders who don't know anything, I said, when did they tell you the Earth was a globe, and what did they show you other than cartoons?
Exactly.
And the answer is, they can't remember that young because you were told it was a globe before you can talk. And they only show you cartoons.
Now, reality, I want to hear the story on how you got into Jamar's head to wake him up. What were you showing him? What was your, what were you trying to do to get it going?
You know what? I'm not sure the exact one. One of the videos might have been Dubé's 200 Proofs. Yeah. So, watching that, like, you going through that, there's so much, you got to spark something.
Anybody with a fucking brain that watches.
Yeah, exactly. It has to, you have to ask a question or two watching that.
Even
and then, like
he
said, I was digging into a
few of them. Yeah.
I started from that video. Like I said, I just was binge watching so many videos. I was like, this shit can't be it. No fucking way. I'm just looking for something that's going to debunk what I just saw until I finally submitted. It was like, this shit is flat. Let's go. And I was sending this shit to my brother, and I kept sending it. And actually, ODD, I used to watch it a lot because you used to have like the that live feed that just had everything.
24/7.
Yeah, that shit was great. So I used to keep that on sometimes just on the computer and have it just running.
Globebusters has a 24-hour feed now with everybody's videos on it. All the best stuff just running 24/7. And Globebusters live 24/7. It's linked in the app if you need a quick link to it.
Is it on
So
YouTube?
we would have discussions about this like daily. Like we already know that shit like evolution and shit is some bullshit. So this is not far off from that. You understand what I'm saying?
It's all a part of it. It's all a part of it. It's all one big side.
Exactly. It's
throw dinosaurs in there. You could throw a lot of shit.
Exactly.
And without it, you don't have any of it.
Components. You need all those families of lies to create the great lie to support. Each lie supports the other lie. You see? So you need the shit, if it's and it's all about just being anti. Like if it's flat, we're gonna say it's a fucking ball. If it was, up, we're gonna say it's down. Whatever the fuck. Like confusion. If it's natural, we're gonna say that artificial is better. Like this is what we're dealing with.
Absolutely.
The mindset that we're dealing with.
Yeah. Did you were you under the impression there was a lot of pictures and stuff like of the Earth before you just assumed,
I know I definitely was.
Most of us.
I know I was. I thought all that shit was real.
That a lot of this shit was real. I'm on planes, and when you're on a plane, although you feel yourself going straight, they show this graphic of you arcing, it's like, the pilot is doing some arc over the fucking globe, especially when you go overseas. They show you this fucking graph. Look what you did. You did a fucking arc and this bullshit. It's like, come on, man. Nobody ever felt any fucking arc as we're doing it. We felt our shit going straight the whole fucking time.
Plane.
That's why it's called an airplane.
Exactly. Like look up the word play. And I talk to people about language and the indications that are in language. Yeah. Like we talk about sea level. We talk about the sea floor. How many fucking curved floors do you know? Like we talk about an airplane. We talk about the sunset and the sunrise. We don't say earth set, earth rise. We talk as if the sun is moving because it is. We don't speak in terms of all this bullshit. Horizon. The foundation is horizontal. That's a straight line across. Like
all our measurements are all linear. Nothing's based on spherical math or anything. Everything's just linear.
Yeah, a mile is a straight fucking line.
Jamar,
it was 2 miles.
Have you heard
miles? So it's 500 miles.
What else? Yeah,
have you heard this one? So inside the Tropic of Cancer, right? This would be the Arctic region. And when you're in there, the sun is arcing around you. And when you're outside of Capricorn, the sun is antarcing towards you and away from you. It doesn't arc around you. You got the Antarctic and the Arctic.
Wow.
That's deep.
Just like the word southern, when he was saying the word southern has outer.
Outer is embedded in the word southern. So it's like,
you go south, you hit outer space.
You're going out. Yeah.
Right.
No matter which direction is south. So out, you're going out.
Yeah. Wow. That's kind of deep.
Yeah.
Anyway, from the point of north, right? You'd be going out. South would be technically
to the outer space, to where the extra territory is.
Extra,
It's on my phone,
terrestrial.
You, man.
Yeah. I was like, when they were saying David Weiss was going to be on Killer Priest, I was like, well, that name sounds familiar. Where do I know this name from and shit? And it's like, I got the fucking app and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so big up to you for putting this out there, because I like how you can bypass the algorithm. A lot of the shit that you find on YouTube is now disinformation that anybody that's, I guess we were looking at a prime time when you could actually find good shit. Yeah. Now you just, you try to look for the same shit you were looking for before. You can't even find the videos that you found before. And it's all this other bullshit. And it's titled as if it's a done deal, as if they've disproved the flat earth community, like 10 reasons why flat earthers, and then you watch it and it just be a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Like this
And then the
motherfucker.
guy-
And they put that little
didn't
stamp up there,
nothing.
like
Exactly.
it's like the flat Earth model is an archaic model or something. Now there's this little stamp they put on the videos now.
In our
They always have the water pouring off
Yeah.
the side and all this.
All the
stupid
ships
shit.
falling off and shit. It's like none of us attest to that. None of us ever have. None of us ever pretended to.
I tell
But they
people-
have to create it that way to make, you know, the normal people out in the world, they watch that and they're like, oh, that's some bullshit. They believe that. It's like, no, we don't.
Exactly.
No, we don't.
That's what they. Yeah.
You
that's
never
the trickery.
fucking asked us. You
Yeah,
know, you don't
that's
ask
what you
us. You don't
said.
watch, you know. It's fucked
But
up.
see, we need to fight fire with fire. Like we need to show. They try to laugh at us. We need to laugh at them. How ridiculous it is to think that motherfuckers is walking not just upside down but sideways. Like
Yeah.
if somebody can actually walk
Yeah.
sideways on a ball
On a
and everything's okay,
tilted
and,
ball
and
that's
the
wobbling.
rain is going to the side because supposedly something in the center that nobody's ever seen is sucking things in.
Pulling.
This mystery fucking force, you know,
Vacuum.
right?
Yeah.
And it's hilarious to me when I have people, you know, within the 5% nation that I deal with that, you know, they say they don't believe in a mystery God and all this, but they believe in gravity.
Gravity.
I'm like,
Sky
come on,
Daddy.
bro.
Well,
That
gravity is their
ridiculous.
God. They just tell them to admit it. Gravity is their
Exactly.
God.
They just traded one God for another.
Exactly.
They don't realize.
You're trying to tell me that this knowledge that I'm bringing is some sort of Christian knowledge when you don't understand that this whole concept coming from these Jesuit priests. Like, get the fuck out of here and do some research. Stop being it's facts over feelings. Like I'm tired of people just going by what they feel. Like I go where truth takes me. I don't allow myself to get, you know, emotional if it goes against what I might have known before. Like we
Right.
grow in knowledge. Like
You're not stuck in a belief system.
I was doing a
not-
show.
or
I was doing
dogma. When you get stuck in dogma, that stops you from being able to
Yeah.
go outside of that dogma.
You close
I was-
down you won't let new information in. It's just off limits.
I was doing a show trying to convince this guy, you know, because he's a glober, and I'm just going through each proof, each thing, and I'm like, I was thinking like all of these together prove the flat Earth. I'm like, no, each one of these by themselves absolutely
themselves.
proves that we're not on a spinning globe. So nothing exploded, and then the rocks all stuck together because they started getting their own gravity. But how did the gases turn into even bigger gravitational balls? And how did they leave a vacuum in between? And how do burning balls of gas survive in a vacuum? Game over. Space is fake. It's over.
No, but they found 7 new planets.
Oh, I know. I
Oh,
saw
you're
that.
They
They
look like
just
the
found-
bottom of frying pans.
Wait, they found another one that's right. That's right in plain sight. I literally just saw an article the other day. NASA found another planet right in plain sight. It's only 213 light years away.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
shit.
Did you see that? Anybody see the picture of that fake asteroid that supposedly came by on Tuesday?
Yep.
Close to the Earth. Yo, these things are just laughable.
Well,
when
how
you
about
see
the
these
fake
things.
picture of the explosion of the volcano from space? Did you see that one?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Oh,
too.
that was a doozy. Oh, yeah. They had a fake, they act like it was a satellite from space. And instead of seeing the world spinning, they just tried to show the clouds moving now. They're trying to show like
And they never used to even
No.
show the clouds moving. It should be just still photos.
right. And then all of a sudden
And the
you see
satellite's going
boom, you see a
17,000 miles
boom
an
and you
hour.
see a ripple and they try to make a ripple on the globe.
And
this was
here's the
from
thing. Here's the thing. They shot it from the Himawari 8. Well, we've debunked the Himawari 8. We got access to their FTP server years ago that shows how they fake it. But this is the picture. How come the Earth is like 3/4 dark? Right?
Right.
Where's Antarctica? And then when you actually look at what they showed us, hold on, let me show you that. So this is what they showed us. Okay. Right? And if you compare that to what Weather Wars 101 shows, he shows these cloud generators, right? This is steam going up, and it'll just show you in a second. These are cloud generators out at sea, and it kind of looks almost like the same thing. Look,
They're owned by
Right.
NASA too, huh?
Right.
NASA owns them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Makes sense then.
they're all over the
Cloud
place.
generators. What
It's a
the
cl-
fuck
Wow.
Yeah,
do you need cloud generators for?
well, that with all the
This is
with-
Minecraft.
it's all the towers that they have around. I don't want to say too much because we're still on YouTube, but they're literally generating storms. And to me, it's basically the same thing.
Or it's just fake bullshit.
And then I heard
definitely not from space. Like I can animate that. Like if I'm an animator, I can do that.
Yeah. And I was watching a NASA video of a guy on the space station, and he's like, yeah, we saw the flooding in wherever the flooding happened. He goes, we could see the devastating flooding. You couldn't see the devastating flooding from an airline. Okay. But he could see it from the space station from 250 miles away. Give me a break.
Hey, why don't they just go up 500 miles and then actually show Earth spinning? But yet
with buildings
That's
upside
a
down.
question we always ask. Nobody ever
It's
asks.
never happened, but you know what? Globe heads don't need that because you know what their stupid fucking excuse always is?
What is
well,
it?
I mean, it's a waste of money. Well, why would they need to show you that the Earth's spinning? We know it is. I'm like, bitch, because they never fucking have. That's why. Zero.
Exactly.
How about 0 times? How about just once? How about just once? 0.
Once.
A camera on the moon.
With the
Camera on the
buildings
moon.
upside down, with
Yeah.
the satellites all around, all these satellites you're talking
hell's
about.
satellites at?
Let's see all of this.
Where are these
And we'll
satellites
go
crashing
home.
into one another? Why aren't they crashing in? Why aren't they taking out houses, falling every day? What? It's just
But not only that,
here's what I don't understand. Like, if you just stop at one thing, let's just stop at water always finds its level.
Right.
Let's just stop there, right?
it's over.
Like
it.
we
only question you need to
we
ask.
literally use water inside of levels. These things called levels, like when we make our homes,
To prove.
because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
want
make it
shit
right,
to
right.
be level. And if it's off just slightly, that bubble is not going to be between those two things.
Yeah, they level
That's
bridges,
how-
they level buildings. They
That's
level
how
everything
you
they
know
build.
the shit is level. So what I'm saying is, if this earth is covered 75% by water, and water always finds its level, then ladies and gentlemen, what must it be? It must be.
But why would they lie, Jamar? Why? Why would they lie?
Why would they lie?
I still have
in
to go to
order-
work tomorrow. What difference does the shape
So
make?
everybody-
Right.
Everybody's in on it.
And that's it. So
Everybody-
that you have to go to work tomorrow because it's
Exactly.
hiding a lot of different things.
Cause and
It's
effect.
hiding the fact, first of all, they're taking God out of the equation. They're taking free energy out of the equation because that's one of the things that if you know
Scarcity.
about this, we understand how our world works better. And free energy is something that we'd be able to be a part of. Right now, we have to work because you have to pay for your electricity and your gas and your fucking this and that and all this bullshit. And if we knew that we just lived in a world that was created for us, to live out our
Expand the mind of the
Imagination.
creator. Expand the mind of the creator. That's why we're here, in my opinion. Right? The currency of this world is our souls. Our souls are a spark of the creator. This is the way I see it. And we're here to experience, we chose to be here during this crazy time, which is awesome. Right? So, and they have no control over us. If we all just woke up to this is what they're afraid of. They're afraid of flat earth because everyone that wakes up to flat earth unplugs from their mind matrix. They unplug, right? Everyone that believes in the ball is literally plugged. They got the spike in the back of their head and they're being programmed with nonsense and they don't know who they are, where they are, what they are.
Right. They're
Thanks.
kept in the atheistic mentality, which is necessary to even, it's so necessary for you to continue accepting the system in the way it is now, the way we get up and go to work, the way the economy is, the way, just wars, just anything.
all
None of that
brainwashing,
stuff
too.
would be accepted if we knew this was a creation. But since we're kept in a atheistic mentality where everything is scarce, there are limited resources, there's
The sun might explode.
the sun it's going to die out one day.
right.
Exactly.
You're not important. You're an accident. You came from.
You're an accident. This is
Yeah,
all, man. You could have just been a fucking, you're just lucky to be here and you can be gone at any fucking moment.
Nothing
Like,
matters.
don't
bro.
take this
Yeah.
seriously. Like, this shit is not about you. You see, like they say, oh, you act like the world revolves around you because it does. Motherfuckers, because it does. That's why I feel like that. But you don't want me to feel like that because you know that gives me power. If I knew that, damn, like this really is a world created for me by God. Like, who is me? Like, this is my creation, but I'm experiencing my creation as me right now. You know what I mean? But I'm also experiencing as this microphone too. You know what I mean? Like everything is the creator experiencing the creation. And it's like, but for us as these beings that are able to mentally like project our thoughts and make them into reality type of shit, it's important to control our thoughts. Because
that's exactly
if you have positive control, if you can control your thoughts and make positive shit happen, they want to stop that.
That's what they're afraid of. They don't want us knowing that our thoughts create our reality. So they're controlling our thoughts, right?
So that it can create the reality they want.
Exactly. Our soul knows the truth. Our conscious mind is disconnected from the more you're disconnected from your soul, the more lost you are, the more depressed that you'll be. And then they got the television news. They got all of this fear, nuclear bombs, everything, right? They got people freaking out. So they just never take their power, right? That's literally what it is. You know, take Neo at the beginning of the movie and Neo at the end of the movie, put them next to each other. The one at the beginning, he's lost. And the one at the end, he took his power back.
You know, I was just thinking about all this metaverse and all this shit, right? And I'm like, shit, TV and all of that is like the metaverse. Even books was the first metaverse for some people. Like it would be a way to escape into a different reality. You see like you see an actor and you'd be like, you say in real life, like, you know what I mean? Like, what does that mean? Because they actually had us like wrapped up in this fake world, this TV world, like, or this movie world. And now they're going to have us wrapped up in this metaverse shit. Everything to not live the natural life that was created for us to enjoy and thrive in.
Yeah, get back to
That's
nature.
like the war, natural versus unnatural.
Right. Yeah. Natural versus unnatural. And we got to get back to nature, to what's natural.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things. The elite, you know, they're trying to take us to the whole transhumanism and take humans and make them unnatural.
Exactly.
That's where we're headed, man.
Right. And then take away your human rights.
They could die. People are going to wish they can die because they're going to be merged with machine and literally not able to die. So they're going to be like living in a eternal hell in their little robot suit. They put their consciousness.
That's what they want. That's for sure. Yeah. That's what they're striving for.
Yeah,
they got a lot of plans, man. We're all here to put that shit to rest. We're all here.
Right. We put a kink in the plans. And here's the thing: like y'all motherfuckers, your power is not stronger. Like.
Nope.
They know
is not
when to make
truth.
These moves. They know how astrology works. Right. They know when to make these things happen, when the energies are right. And we laugh. They taught us to laugh at that. They made fun of it. You know, you got your daily horoscope in the newspaper and stuff. That's to make people laugh at astrology. They use the power of these alignments, these eclipses and everything. And they don't want us to know that occulted secret.
Good point.
Yeah, that makes sense. Full moons are powerful. They often release records on certain like days that will somehow have an effect.
Signs and symbols and numbers and planetary alignments and all of that matters to them. They know how it works, and they make us just laugh at it. They're like, "Oh, that's not real." And that's how they've reigned so long, because they're fighting a war that we don't even know exists. It's a spiritual war, and it's an energetic war. And once people wake up to this and start learning this stuff, that's how we win. And I think
consciousness
we're
can
getting
change
there.
it all, man. All of us collectively conscious. It can change the world we're living in right now. It could change tomorrow if all of our conscious came together. Keep speaking truth. That's all that matters. If we keep speaking truth, we're gonna just bombard their party that they're trying to fuck up. We need to crash this fucking bullshit party, man. It's terrible. Definitely. I mean, there's too many dumb people in the world. It's bullshit. It shouldn't be this way. When people are handed facts, they should wake up. If they're not, something's fucking wrong with you. There's literally something wrong with you. And I don't know what it is. I wish I knew. Sometimes I'm just like, then fuck off. I'm not even going to try to help you anymore. There's something wrong with you. You don't understand the truth when it's handed to you. I can spoon feed it to you. And you're like, I like their lies better. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Fuck off then. Like, what
Some
else
people-
am I supposed to do?
Some people see the truth. Some people see when shown, and some people will never see.
That's the programming, you know?
Yeah.
I don't get mad at people for being so cognitive dissonant. I don't think it's their fault, you know, and it sucks, man. It's a shame that they've been programmed since birth so heavily that you can show them the facts and then they'll still choose like, nah, this cartoon picture, that'll work for me.
What's crazy, like I was telling Jamar about that earlier, I was like, I'm personally trying not to get that mad. I'm trying to like control my emotions because sometimes you talk to these people and it's just so idiotic.
Yeah.
You can't help but get mad. And it's like, but you don't want to be that person either where you're just like ready to kill somebody because they're not fucking agreeing with you.
Yeah, it's a waste of energy.
But I'm ready to
argue with
just
somebody
get them out of the conversation though. Like I'm not gonna listen to a bunch of nonsense and shit like that. Like get the fuck out of here.
Man, shut
like
the
you're not
fuck
even
up.
making sense.
Sit
Like
down.
yeah, sit your ass down with all this dumb shit. Like at least come with an intelligent. Even though it's hard to sound intelligent,
There's no intelligence, when you're trying to defend the globe.
But
There's nothing
please just don't be making shit up. Don't be
the
throwing
the
out-
bottom of the ocean curves, but not the top.
Oh my goodness, man.
That shit,
Don't throw out code words to sound smart that have nothing to do with any. Oh, it's a vortex. That's called a vortex.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
huh? Shut the fuck up. Like that has nothing to do with nothing. Like
an
you're just trying to sound smart right now.
Or
Like,
they'll ask you,
force
can you
fields.
make predictions of eclipses? That has nothing to do with the shape of the Earth. That just has to do with elliptical orbits. and
right,
stuff.
but
They'll
yes,
take
I
you down
could.
another
But I'm
path.
not here to make
try to
predictions.
confuse you
I'm
and
not
sound
a
like they're
fucking
smart.
an astrologer, a prophet. I'm here to tell you we're not on a spinning fucking ball. Period.
The
I'm
regular.
here to-
Go ahead,
and
go
they
ahead.
try to call this pseudoscience. Like, do y'all know what pseudoscience is? Like, pseudoscience is something that cannot be duplicated or replicated in any kind of controlled environment and all of that. All the shit that y'all are talking about
Exactly.
is something that cannot be duplicated. You can't show me a ball where water wraps around the outside of it. I can spin it and the water sticks to it. You can't show me that. I tell you that
The
life lives
regularity
inside the egg, not on the outside.
the regularity of eclipses shows that we're not in a random beehive. These are the paths of an eclipse, and when you look at it on a flat Earth, it makes a beautiful circle. What are the odds that would happen? Right on a globe, on a flat Earth.
You see? Crazy.
Crazy.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's
Makes
just
much more sense.
man.
But it's not enough for them. Like again, you could show all this stuff and they're just no.
They'll
But
Well, they'll go to the next question.
Move
They'll
on
just
to the
overlook
next
it and go to
thing.
the next
Then they'll be
question.
like, so what's under it then? Like,
Yes.
stop asking me shit that I can't fucking answer, yo. I don't
well,
know
yeah. Here's
what's
the answer,
under it.
Jamar. You tell them that the Guinness Book of World Records has about 7.9 miles.
About
About 8
We tell them
miles.
that.
And
Exactly.
So did they find some magma core? Did they find the top of a Chinese guy's head? Tell me what they found, and then we can have the conversation. Don't tell me to converse about something that you don't even know about. But they want to bring up like, well, if you dig to,
As if everybody knows this, and they're like, "Well, where do you think lava comes from?"
lava proves the
motherfuckers,
ball.
man.
What about the
Yeah.
airplane that goes down a curve? They'll say the dumbest things. And then when you tell them, like someone like Neil deGrasse Tyson already openly admitted because of the pressure flat earthers put on him that you can't see the curve from, what was it, David? Like 100 and...
100-some thousand feet up.
120,000 feet where Felix
they set it
Red
higher.
Bull jumped. Right.
Yeah. They set the... We forced these motherfuckers
move
to
the
set the
globe
bar higher.
posts. They keep moving the globe posts.
Yep. So when people talk about an airplane curve out the window, that is by far that might be even dumber at this point than saying the bottom of the ocean's curving, because it's already been. We all know there's no curvature, but for Globers to say that they saw a curve out the window, that's so hard, man. It's like how programmed can you be to think that? That's the biggest thing I ever hear is the airplane window curve. I'm like, I just was on a plane. I was over a stationary plane, not moving the whole time. People have brought levelers on the plane for hours and hours. That motherfucker don't move. It's a level plane the whole time. It's just your field of vision. You're not going to be able to see China from LA. You're stupid if you think that.
Exactly.
And when you're on the plane, and when you're on the plane, right? You're up in the air. If you close your eyes, you still know that you're moving, right?
Yeah,
and that's going in a straight line. We don't go in a straight line. We're dropping a mile every 2 minutes. Okay. When people go, I'm on an airplane, I could drink a glass of water and I could go to the bathroom. I go, well, first take the outside of the airplane off, double the speed, and make them nosedive a mile every half a minute.
You're not going to take a piss that day.
Yeah, you will take a piss, but it's going to be right. It's going to go everywhere. You're definitely gonna piss.
It's the type of shit that these motherfuckers don't account. Like, I hate when they say, you've never been on an airplane. If you throw something up, does it just shoot back? You dumb motherfuckers. That's in a closed system. Stop explaining something that's in a closed system. Y'all are saying that we're exposed to the endless vacuum of space. Okay. So don't tell me that it's like being inside the plane. It's like being on the outside of the plane. Now tell me what's going to happen. Yeah. So please explain why we don't feel these 1,000-mile-an-hour winds. And yes, we know there's
gravity
6.6 of the sun. And then
Dave, you know what Pepperrod's answer to that was?
Of the sun moving. We know about all those speeds, but we'll just talk about the 1,000-mile-an-hour winds. Shit, just the other day, it was only like 50-something-mile-an-hour winds out here in New York. And my fucking lawn furniture and all this type of shit was knocked over in the back. I had to go out there and fucking pick the shit up.
What did Man Kepra say?
He said we don't feel the winds because of mountains and valleys.
Yeah. Because I guess the mountains are blocking.
Maybe it's the block mountains like a barrier, I guess, in
the
his
mountains
mind.
In his mind.
They hold on to the air and turn it with the earth.
Somehow it deflects us from feeling those 1,000-mile-per-hour winds.
1,000-mile-an-hour
I've
winds.
actually heard, I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson, he said that the irregularity of the surface of the earth does keep the air moving with it, right? But somehow the air at 127,000 feet, or even at 40,000 feet, doesn't lag behind. It actually outruns the spin of the earth. Okay. At 40,000 feet, there's like serious winds that are going east. They outrun the spin of the earth. Explain that on a spinning ball.
No, they can't. They'll just say gravity and they'll hang up on you.
Gravity. And then they're like, well, it kind of whips it. Yeah. It's like when you do a whip. The tip of the whip ends up going faster.
No, you'll ask that, and then they'll be like, "Well, what about? All planets are round." Like,
Earth's the only flat planet.
Like, come on, yo, like, stop.
Well, hey, man, right there proves the indoctrination, especially the education system. I mean, they did their job. This shit worked.
All planets are not round. Thank you for showing a picture of a real pulsating.
That's Venus. That's
okay.
Venus.
I can tell it's a circle. That's as far as I can go.
We know it's a circle.
That's me.
Exactly.
Right.
But
circle shape.
We don't know if it's a sphere. If you show a lot of the other planets and stars, man, these shits is just all kind of fucking like not a solid shape. Like look at the edges of that thing. Like that's not a perfect circle either. Like look at the edges of that thing.
Yeah, man, that looks like it's a pizza.
You know what it reminds me of? You know what it reminds me of?
A cell inside the body.
Hey, pretend you're in a helicopter and you're looking down in an in-ground pool, and they have their lights
look
on.
At Mars. Look at Mars.
Like. It looks like water.
All the planets are. Is that round to you?
Like if we're in a helicopter looking down.
Round.
You're in a helicopter looking down.
You know what? Here's the thing. Maybe this energetic, sentient ball, if you ask me, whatever the hell it is, maybe it is round.
I don't think it's a ball.
Maybe.
Look what it's doing, though.
Yeah.
That's not round. It's moving. It's like,
but like I said, even if it was,
most of the time it's roundish, but it's moving. It's fluent. That thing looks alive.
It looks like, I'm telling you, it looks like water. Story. It looks like water.
It looks like we're looking at it through water.
Like you put an LED light up there and it's just showing you a little bit
like the bottom of a pool on
Yeah.
a nice sunny day. The way it's all, yeah.
It just looks like energy, water, and it who knows what's above us in terms of the heavens or whatever's up there. It's bringing those colors down.
Right.
Through
But
the-
NASA gives us this, and this is what we really see.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, we know those are those could be.
And so, and when everybody says all the planets around, they're thinking of that top row. They're thinking of what they're seeing on the top. Not hardly. Most people have never even seen what's on the bottom of what they really look like. So they're all oh, I love things like that.
Yeah.
What's that? A
This
star?
this is a star Capella. You can
Capella,
see this with your naked eye.
Now, come
on
on.
a clear night, you can see this.
No, everyone can see this without a zoom, but when you zoom in, ooh,
That's
Yeah.
Party Planet.
Right.
fucking
That's
disco, the disco right there.
Yeah,
Now that is beautiful.
that looks crazy.
And
Yeah,
that
that's,
is not anything of what people think. And that definitely
something
looks like
else
some
right there.
water shit.
Trippy.
Yeah.
But that's definitely not what people think it is. But even still, I love to give the example of the pool table when it's like, okay, you're standing on a pool table, you're looking out, you see a bunch of round balls, on the pool table and shit. Does that mean that the fucking table is round? No.
Well, you can't use that because the pool table's artificial.
Yeah, because it's an artificial.
Yo, this dude said that. He said the table's
Yeah, that was
artificial, so
some
you
dumb
can't
shit
use that
somebody
analogy.
said. Like they try to disqualify that
The
analogy.
pool table has pockets. It doesn't.
Yeah, he's like, so you can't use that.
It'll
You
be
can't
some
use that
dumb
analogy.
shit, but I'm just like, do you understand that it doesn't have to be? I'm looking out. You're assuming that the pool table, that what we're on and what we're looking at, that we're the same thing.
Well, the reason
Right.
people connect the sky with, because we're trying to talk about the Earth. The reason people connect the sky is from all the bullshit of even I don't even know if it happened, but I think it was Galileo and all them with that's how they proved the Earth was a round ball back in the days, because they got some guy with a telescope and he's like, oh yeah, those look circular, so we're circular. That was literally their proof, that
Right.
generation. And that's all they needed. So people hang up on the fact that someone at some point looked up with a telescope and said the Earth's round. So they stay looking up. Bitch, look down, look across. Everything is flat, you dumb fucks. Like, what are you talking about?
And again, it's making an assumption that what you're that you are on the same thing that we're looking at.
Yeah, you're on a pulsating
We call
light in the
our
sky,
and see the problem is that we call those planets and we call this a planet. That's the problem.
Is to be wandering stars. What do you think about this?
Yeah.
I'm sure you looked into Tatari and everything, and that there was a completely different world here less than 200 years ago. So
Definitely.
with that in mind, I say all of these guys are fictional characters. None of them existed.
Yeah.
No,
That's-
that's possible because
Right.
I would agree with you. I've said that for a long time.
Aristophanes did not show up into any books until the mid 1900s. He would have been the most famous mathematician back then. He would have been written about, but he was left out. Maybe he was a real person, but the story is made up. I even doubt he was a real person at this point.
That's why people bring up false history when they're bringing up their false planet bullshit. They bring up these motherfuckers. Well, these guys said, do you know these guys? Were you there? It's like, we don't need to do all this verification shit. It's like, no, I don't even need that. Show me some shit printed with these guys' names before 1800. Just show it to me. And they can't find shit. And it's like, well, they're still real. It's like, no, they're not, though. Not only was gravity created to promote this ball psyop, but these motherfuckers were too. You got to come up with backstories to tell people, look, these guys back in the day were real smart scholars and they're fucking, scientists, and they said it. So you have to believe it. It's like, no, they don't exist, and fuck off. We're not believing you anymore. It's over now, man.
And this
Like,
is,
it's
but
bullshit.
you still hear this. Like, listen, let's get when you get an expert to tell me this, like, where'd you get this from? Who told you this? Somebody on YouTube? like they try to disqualify the source in order to
At least we're real, but we're real.
Right.
They can meet us. What's up?
in
Like,
order
let's
to
shake up.
disqualify
Let's
the
shake up with Galileo.
whole argument. Like, well, where'd you
Right.
get it from? You got it from YouTube.
YouTube is just like the world, filled with all sorts of information. Good crap.
Definitely.
You just have to sort it out. I mean, there's assholes everywhere, and there's good people. You got to sort it out. There's
It's like at
nonsense.
the library.
Yeah, there's nonsense on YouTube, and there's factual stuff. There's more intelligent, educational stuff on YouTube than all of the universities combined. in my
The
opinion.
same person that said that, though, right? That says, where'd you get that from? YouTube? When you fucking talk to them, you'd be like, they'd be like, yeah, I fixed my dishwasher. Oh yeah, how'd you learn? YouTube.
Now it's okay.
Yeah, only
Now
that.
it's okay.
Yeah.
When it teaches you how to fucking fix your car and all of that type of shit, YouTube is a
good.
great fucking educational place. But when it's time to find out, just
Other
learn
shit,
about
yeah.
experiments that might be going on out there where they're proving with lasers over fucking hundreds of miles that fucking, this shit is fucking flat and your whole 8 inches per square mile doesn't fucking hold up, that there is no fucking curve, you lying pieces of shit.
That's right. With that said, we're gonna switch over to Rockfin. So let me go ahead and thank you, YouTube, for tuning in. We're gonna switch over to Rockfin. Whoever wants to follow us over there, so we could talk uncensored. See you next week, YouTube.
Yeah.
You are now rockin' with Dave from deep inside the rabbit hole. The one and only Sean Hibbler of Hibbler Productions. And the rebellious host, known as The Dose. ODD Truth Vision. Welcome to the Triple Truth ODDcast. Smash that like button and enjoy the show.
All right, y'all, welcome back, man, for the second half of the ODDcast, episode number 5. We're back on Rockfin, where we're totally uncensored, so nothing is off limits, and now we can talk about whatever the hell we want.